Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome back to my Let's Play on Ni No Kuni 2. If you don't know where I am or what's going on, definitely watch the end of the last episode. And this isn't me just telling you to watch my own videos. Basically, a lot happened, and it's kind of too much to explain. So go watch the end of the last episode if you haven't yet, or if you can't remember, and then everything that's happening on now will make a little bit more sense than it otherwise would, at least. Where are we? It's an interdimensional dimension, ain't it? And if we don't do something, it will eat up the old kingdom.
What?
What? Then we have to stop Longfang.
You ain't wrong there.
You ain't wrong there, my boy. Come on, let's knock some sense into the mighty, shall we? Yeah, ye just surely. That there ain't just a kingmaker, 'tis a kingmaker gone doolally, a blessed realm wrecker. Don't be like that, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. He's lost his marbles, ain't it? Which means he can't keep a lid on all that power. And what happens to power when you can't keep a lid on it? That's right, it comes flying out at you. And the places where it comes flying out are exactly the right places to wallop. Hit 'em where it hurts and you're good and proper. Oh, and don't worry about knowing where these special spots are. Thanks to your bond with yours truly, you'll be able to spot them, no problem.
Careful, everyone.
Right then, let's learn about weak spots, because I've never played a video game before. We should read what it says anyway. Realm Workers are kingmakers that have lost control of their enormous power and run wild as a result. And this power escapes from them in big, glowing bursts, basically giant weak points. The points from which this energy escapes are particularly vulnerable to attack, so if you focus your assault on them, you'll deal a lot more damage. Okay, so what would be great to... Oh, he's gone. What I was going to say is what would be great to do is just to deal like lots of damage just on him in general, mainly to build up my zing gauges, and then once my zing gauges have been built up a little bit, and Higmakers. Higmakers are mysterious entities that have absorbed the power of kingmakers, giving them the ability to exploit their weaknesses when enough of them gather together. They're born from items into which a kingmaker has instilled its power. So if you smash up anything a kingmaker creates, you might just find some. When enough of them have appeared in a gold circle, then it will beckon you to press X and you'll get assistance. Basically, just like Higgledies. So if we destroy these, then we get some of these little guys to help us out. And yeah, basically, as I said, like a few bonus Higgledies that will be able to run around with us. So before we go and actually attack it, let's go and break all of these guys open if we can. While I do that, all of my friends will be attacking. And we have ourselves a weak point. Let's just go and deal loads of damage against this. I didn't have a full zing gauge, so I didn't do as much damage as I could have. But now, there we go. We can start attacking its head now and start dealing loads of damage. Let's go and try and use another special against it if we can. I've almost built up to another special on some of these weapons as well. So I might as well go in for another one and just do as much damage as I can, seeing as it's lying down on the ground. And look at its health. I reckon its health is going to go fully back up again. Like normally, okay, let's back off a little bit. Back off. It's getting angry. Yeah, normally with bosses like this, if you can take down their health really fast, normally they end up like putting all of their health back up again. And it's always like the most annoying thing in the world. So the problem is now is I did all of my damage to it then, and now I don't have any magic left. You know what I could do? I could use something to get my magic up. There we go. This will restore my MP. And I've got kind of max of these anyway. So let's just go and go and fill it all up. We might as well. Like, I never use this stuff otherwise. And then I'm not just standing here like a lemon. I can actually be like doing some damage against it while it's standing over there. No, I'm still attacking it now. During like the little cutscene, I was still just going crazy with a bunch of magic. It really didn't do all that much damage. It probably wasn't that worthwhile. But what we can do is destroy these. These are actually putting my magic. Oh no, I'm ready to do a special as well. I think this is going to be a really powerful one. Let's see what they... Oh, no, whoa! During that, I took loads of damage. That's not fair. I couldn't see what I was doing because I saw that there was the big cutscene there. And it says nullified. If I stand... Does this mean that it can't damage me? I don't even know what's going on with that. But I can see that we have ourselves a weak point down here. So let's just go and do as much damage against this thing as we can do. And yeah, just keep flailing away on it like that. And yes, it's gone to lie down again. So now we can go and start damaging the head. I got one of my zing gauges fully up again, and another one of my Zing gauges up as well. Sadly, I've run out of magic, so I need to go and just do a few more hits on it to build that up, and then I'll be able to do another big attack, and this might be enough to finish it off. Look at its health. It's got a sliver, and I did it. It didn't do what I said. It didn't go and replenish its health. It actually just wasn't all that tough for a big, angry, brutish dragon. That wasn't the toughest fight in the world overall. And I was now able to defeat it, or calm it down, or whatever they're going to call it, seeing it is like a legendary kingmaker. I doubt we've killed this thing. I feel a little bit bad if we did. And oh, we're back here. All of a sudden, we're now back in Gold Pot. Okay, and Pugnacius is over there. This is the square, ain't it? Phew, we're back. I suppose that means Longfang really has calmed down. For now, at least. Guess we better tie up some loose ends, huh? Yes, I suppose we better. Surprised he hasn't been chucked out of the town by now. I have done some unforgivable. My desire to lift my kingdom out of poverty became all-consuming greed. That weakness made me vulnerable, and he exploited it. Who was he? The one who stole your king's bond? He came to me months ago. He promised secret knowledge of ways in which our nation might be yet greater, and in return he sought high office. It was he who suggested that the dice be manipulated, who gave me the means by which for it to be done. When did I fall under his spell, and how? How could I have allowed such a thing to happen? We managed to calm your kingmaker down, but without your king's bond, will things here be okay? You have bought us a little time. He will sleep a while yet. But in time he will reawaken, and in the absence of the bond, he will seek to destroy our kingdom once again. Ah, but why curse his scaly pate? There ain't a jot of rhyme or reason to such a wanton savagery. Not now, shush. Master Pugnacius, for the sake of your kingdom, for the sake of your bond, will you help us? Forgive me, I haven't even introduced myself properly. I am Evan Pettywhisker of the House of Tildrum. I have formed a pact with the Kingmaker of the Cradle of Light and mean to found a new nation here in the Heartlands. Will you stand with me? So that is what I sensed in you. It was plain from the first time that you were no ordinary child. But what is it that you propose? I want to protect our world. I want to make sure that nobody else can lose what's most important to them. And I want you to help me. I will do what I can, of course. I fear that he who stole my king's bond may not be satisfied with mine alone. This being so, we must stand together with our brother nations, or lose all that is most dear to us. With this in mind, I mean to return Niall's forest to him. Indeed, I mean to return all that I stole. Word of my decision has been sent to Niall already, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, really. Thank you very much, Master Pugnacius. Golpor will rise again, and its people with it. I wish you good fortune on your quest, my friends. I think he got let off rather easy, all things considered. Oh, Tanny learned windmill. Let's switch things around a bit. Let's let Tanny join us for a little bit. Let's get rid of Batu. And let's Tanny join in with some of the fun. So the reason I haven't been playing her so much is just because she hasn't had very good weapons. So at the moment she's got 2 weapons and 1 not great weapon. She's still only got those weapons. Where are the spears? Why can't... I'm going to look in the shop and see if I can get her a new spear. Because she's still got she's got 2 really good weapons. And then 1 really rubbish weapon, which overall isn't that great. And it looks like there's a better crossbow that we can go and get for Badu. You can spend so long just in these equipment screens playing it around with all of these stuff, so let's not worry too much. So let's see, so it's the bandit spear, which is the rubbish one, and she's got 2 wolf ram spears. So we could go to the shop down here just to see if there's a better spear that we'll be able to get for her. Otherwise, we could just like use her in battle, but just never use that rubbish spear because it's like so rubbish. But we keep getting loads of swords and like axes and hammers and stuff, but we just don't get any spears for poor Tanny. So she's kind of been left out in the cold a little bit, but that was a pretty epic battle, so we don't know who that person is. So Mousinger, that was the person who did the coup at the beginning and has taken over Ding Dong Dale, which was originally the place where Evan was going to be the king of. And we don't know whether that person was possibly working for Mousinger. So normally in games like this, they like to do a switcheroonie where like you think that there is the main evil person, but then they like to switch it around and there's actually someone like even more evil, like that's kind of controlling them. I don't know if that's a case for what's going on here. And there we go. There we go. Here's a good spear. So we basically got like 3 of the same spear, which isn't amazing, but hey, at least she has like 3 weapons that can do a decent amount of damage. We will be able to use her in combat a little bit more effectively. So right then, I guess the next thing to do is to go to the forest. So we can just go and use the trapdoor to get there immediately and go straight back to Sunny Patch Pond. And we'll be able to speak to Niall and see whether we will be able to now use all of the wood that we need to start building our kingdom. And then we can start building our kingdom. Yeah, beauties, yeah. You bonny wee beauties. I've got my forest back and it's all thanks to yourselves. You can have all the trees you want. Knock yourselves out.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Now we can finally start building our kingdom. Wait now, Pugnacius and his kingdom got stolen by a creepy snake-headed weirdo. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Jings.
Stolen, Jings. His kingmaker must be tearing the place to pieces. Aye, it wanted to sure enough, but we taught it a little lesson it won't forget. God poor safe for now. King's Bond stealing no means feat though. He didn't happen to be infusing things with an awful filthy fog, did he? Yes, a sort of purple aura. That'll be the honoured one's doing then. Right enough. The horned one? The old kingmaker of a place called Allegoria? A nasty piece of work and no mistake. For someone to be using the beastie's power would be mean. I can't see it being anyone but Dolaran. He was the king that shred a bond with the creature. So we just need to get all this Allegoria place and get the bond back, right? You'll have a job doing it, I'm afraid. Allegoria hasn't been existed for 2,000 or more years now. It disappeared along with the land on which it stood.
Golly.
So he's the king of a country which hasn't existed for centuries. What does that mean? Is he a ghost or something? Whatever he is, I'd say he's looking to pinch people's king's bond in order to try and bring the horned one back somehow. And if he doesn't do that, the whole world will be filled with a purple fog before you can say, we're doomed! So Pugnacius was right. He'll be trying to steal more king bonds. Wow, what are you looking at me for like that, man? Then we mustn't let him succeed. We can't let him bring back the horned one. We sure can't, but if we're going to stop him, we'll need the strength of the entire kingdom. A kingdom we haven't even started building yet. All right then, let's get to work then, shall we? Aha, time to get building, my hearties. Hey, sounds like a plan, right-o. I'd best come with you if you'll be needing my help. Really? Speaking of which, things be getting underway by now, I reckon. Huh? Has he started building the kingdom already? But we want to choose where everything goes ourselves.
I smells a smell on the wind. That a progress. Seems the mangy dolls got tired of twiddling their thumbs.
Oh my!
Where did all of these people come from? I see sky pirates, greenlings, even a few people from Ding Dong Dell. They must all want to be citizens of our amazing new kingdom. That must be right enough. But how did the swabs even know to come a-knocking? Just think, you can thank me for that, son. Didn't expect so many to turn up, to be honest. I put the word out on the street, you ken. And a wee thank you for getting old Forest back, like. That's more than we could have hoped for. Oh, thinking nothing of it, I ask the only twinsy weensy's favours in return, that you make ye your Minister of Finance. There's no one can pinch a penny like I can. I mean, if you're going to be our Minister of Finance, you're the person who lost your entire home by gambling. That's not going to be the best Minister of Finance, is it? Or Evan, on the other hand, says, I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. So if Niall's the Minister of Finance, I guess that makes Batu the Minister of Defence. The swab in charge of fighting, you mean? I like the sound of that a good deal. And I guess I can be your advisor. I have a little experience running a country. I'm sure I can help out here and there. No, you'll be my chief counsel. I'm no politician, Roland, and I'll need your help. Well, I think that's very kind of you, Evan. I just don't know if I'll be... It's the king's job to appoint his ministers, correct? Then I hereby, come on, hereby. Then I hereby appoint you chief counsel. Well, all right then. Chief counsel it is. By royal appointment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roland. No problem. Happy to see you're finally taking the lead. What about Tanny? I suppose I am, aren't I? I'm still not sure if I'll be up for the job, but I have to try. And thanks to all of you, I finally feel ready to try my best, for your sakes and for mine. Flippin' man, I almost forgot. If we're building a kingdom, we'll need a proper tidy name, ain't it? To make all things official like. Well, I've been doing some thinking about that.
I've decided to call our kingdom Evermore. Well, what do you think?
Load of rubbish. Hate it. Awful name. Forget it. I think Evermore sounds alright. Evermore, huh? I like it. Did you come up with that yourself? Oh, no. It's from an ancient story. The story of a great kingdom whose people were so happy they wished for it to last forever. Fitting. All right, Mr. King, you have named your country. Time to address your adoring citizens. Yah!
Oi! Listen up, ye mangy curs. King Evan's got a rousing speech for you. Pay attention.
Huh? Thank you all. Building our new kingdom won't be easy, but we will build it. A beautiful, bountiful kingdom where everyone can live happily ever after.
Wow.
I want you all to join me on this journey. The road ahead may be a long one, but at the end of it, there is hope.
Spoken like a true king. Well done, Evan.
There's kingly you are.
That wasn't half bad.
Oh, look at that. They're going to do the speaking for once. Give my voice a break.
Nice speech, Evan. Couldn't have done better myself.
This is where it all begins. Here and now, our kingdom.
We're with ye to the bitter end, lad. Come hell or high water.
Thank you, all of you.
So the people who had heeded Niall's call and flocked to the Heartlands set about building their new nation. And Evermore took its first faltering steps on the road to becoming a kingdom. A kingdom where everyone could live happily ever after. just as Aranella had wished. Or so they hoped.
That sounds like the plan. Are we going to have another conversation with the mystery boy now? No, the curious boy, isn't it? I love my little chit-chats with the curious boy.
For someone with a brand new kingdom, you don't look very happy.
I am happy, but I'm worried. There's still so much we don't know. And now there's a force bent on destroying our whole world. How can I ever hope to overcome something like that?
You can't, on your own. But you're not on your own, are you?
No, not anymore. I have friends beside me, the best friends I could ever hope for.
That's right. So turn to them when you need to, and take it one step at a time. You'll get there in the end.
I suppose so. I can only do my best after all.
Exactly. And your best is only going to get better. I'll see you again soon, Evan.
Yes. See you soon.
Goodbye, curious boy. Thanks for our little cups of tea and chit-chats. Right, it looks like we have ourselves a kingdom. Let's go and save the game. Very important to save it after you've just got yourself a brand new kingdom. And I guess we need to find out what the plan is going to be and where we need to go next, because I guess we want to start expanding the kingdom will probably be our next goal. I mean, it's not much of a kingdom. I mean, we're calling it a kingdom. It's... Oh, that's not bad, actually. There's Evermore. They got that built pretty quickly overall, I must say. And there's my throne. Looking good, Evan. Looking good on your throne. In the heart of Evermore. I feel a bit bad for like Tanny and that and like Lofty because they weren't really like given any roles. Like it's like you'll be the leader of finance and you'll be the kingdom, you'll be the king's advisor and you'll be there as well, Tanny, just showing up. Anyway, I'm not going to jump straight into this because I think we've got a lot to learn about the kingdom and kind of what we're going to do next. So I think I will save that for the next episode because this is just like a really, really happy ending to this episode here. And I like happy endings, even though we have a long way, of course, to go on our journey overall inside of Ni No Kuni. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it and there'll be a new one online soon. But for now, I will see you all later.